You first did a voiceover and saw it competed with your voice in it. What was your reaction?
I just thought it was weird. I still think it's a weird job. My reaction is it's odd to see a cartoon or an animated character have your voice coming out of it. It's still odd. But it's fun. The weirdest is, I'll tell you, the strangest moment I ever had was in that movie theater. Like, hearing my voice in that huge theater with like surround sound, I was like, oh, that was just odd. I was sitting next to Chris Cage and I was like, what is going on? I mean, it was fun. So, I don't know, it's neat. I mean, who doesn't want... The thing about doing an animated character is you're not limited. You know, you can be a shapeshifter. You can be a dragon. You can be a little... What's that crazy thing that Chris plays that I love that smokes the cigars on Negama?
Count.
That thing, the Marmot thing? You can do that. So...
Ermine.
What?
He's an ermine.
Ermine, Marmot, same thing. But anyway, so you're not limited by the human form. Anything else? Anybody else? Yes, Victor. If it wasn't for you, the party would be over.
Did you kind of feel sorry for Indy? I like at the last 2 episodes where he's...
It's a very tortured character. You always, I would hope that everybody feels sorry for it a lot, all the way through. It's torture. It's never happy. It's constantly craving more, and it's battle with itself, you know? That's what that sin is. It's about never having enough. It's very similar to greed in that way, but which is, I think, why they don't really get along now, do they?
No.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't think, if you can't feel sorry for the villain or you can't have some sort of sympathy for a villain, then it's not a good villain. So, yeah. Go ahead.
What would you say is one of your most fun lines that you've done for any character in particular?
Oh, I love this. Well, I don't know. I'm really more of a pacifist myself. Do you remember that episode? I was like, what a great line. Anybody else? Yes, doll.
Can you do a line from Full Metal? Like anyone I told you.
Sure.
Do every line.
You're the one that started this pipsqueak. It took a long time the other day just to get in voice. They have like, what are they called? They have references. Thank you. They have sound references that they can go back and play for you, and that's one of the things that I always need, because I'm not in the booth every single day doing it, so I forget what the part sounds like. So I always have to come back in, like with almost every part I do, and hear a reference in. So it's hard for me to keep on track. So we had to do it quite a few times the other day before I kind of got back into the groove of it. So, yes.
How do you guys decide how to exactly do the voice for a certain?
Well, that depends. I like I said, I look through the side. Do you guys, does everybody know what a side is? No? Okay.
No.
I would explain
We'll start from
the
there.
process.
What, sweetie?
Explain to them the process. Like the size.
Right, okay. Yeah, hold on. Alright, I have to take this off. Has anyone seen the OVAs yet? They're not out yet, are they? For sale? You guys need to buy those. There's a little chibi scene in it where Indy just moves. Anyway, what happens is you get a book. It's about this thick, and inside the book there's, I don't know, 20 pages of characters. Those are called sides, and they'll have like a picture of the character, a description of the show, a description of the character, and then a series of maybe 5 to 10 lines that don't have anything to do with one another at all. They're just these random out-of-sequence lines. So that's kind of interesting because you don't really know where these fit in the show. They're just these random lines. They're usually to show different levels of emotion or for that character. So one would be maybe calm, one's really excited. So they kind of give you an arc to go through. And usually at the end you're making some react sounds. Does everybody know what those are? So that's kind of what you do. And you usually get to pick between, what, 3 and 5, somewhere in there. If you got a really cool director, you can slide another one in under the radar, you know, when you're in there. But for the most part, you get to pick between 3 and 5. What I like to do is I go, first of all, look through the book and see where I think I can fit in. You know, first of all, it's mostly by the way the character looks at first. I just kind of thumb through and look who's, you know, obviously if they're 10 years old, I probably shouldn't read for them. So I go through, and then at that point you see their backstory, what the character does, and you can make some decisions at that point, what you think they're going to sound like, what you know. There's also a little description about usually their age range and what they've been through, so then you can kind of put some age on it or grit on it or whatever you want to do at that point. So that's kind of how it starts. Where else should I go from here, Monica? You're a great help.
There's no beats. You just do it.
Oh, right. So you go in, when you audition, you don't have the character to match. You don't have to flat match. Okay, so you're just reading. A lot of the times they'll, like Todd Havercorn will show you pictures of the character or animation so you can see the character move to kind of show the weight of that character. Because if it's, like you said, if it's kind of light on his feet. But a heavier character with weight in it would probably sound a little bit different. So you can see the way that they move if you have a director that wants to go through all that. Otherwise, you don't know, other than just this still shot. And you go in and you just read it. You slate your name, Wendy Powel, the character, and you read away. Then after that, then you figure out where you went wrong. Because the director will usually go, yeah, I like that, but nothing like that. Let's try it again. So you go through it again, and a good director will give you a couple runs at it, a couple passes at it, and give you some direction. And they're looking to see, can you take direction, can you change direction. Sometimes it's not even what the character's really going to do. They just want to see how quickly you can change and make another decision. So it's kind of a test to see how they're going to be able to work with you, and you kind of know right off the bat if it's going to work out or not. So it's a fun process. It's interesting. And then there's other times that I've been up there and looked through the books and there's nothing for me, and there's sometimes, like Claymore was crazy. There's like, you know, 40 characters that you could pick. So you had to be kind of decisive about that. There were way too many good characters for that show for me, but that rarely happens. So, yes.